the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's high noon and high time that you tuned into the Spirit of Sports, hosted by Brother Richie. The Spirit of Sports is the flagship of the Not Pods family. Not Pods' complete archive can be found at Not Pods on YouTube. And now for our host, Brother Richie.
And aloha, welcome. The Spirit of Sports show brought to you by Not Pods at Not Pods YouTube station. Notpods.com coming. Not going to say soon. One day. Need some help with that. Anybody wants in on the ground floor? Something great. Let me know. Brother Richie coming at you live. Middle of the Pacific Ocean, Hawaii, as I do every Tuesday about this time and Saturday, usually, maybe Friday. Not Pods, sports, internet, radio, podcast for now. The concept is radio show down the road, therefore Not Pods. Brother Richie, live, the Spirit of Sports. High noon, just past high noon, more like 12:30 on a Tuesday. Nobody's really keeping super track of that I got to be right at noon. We are on Hawaiian time over here. What's today's date? January 9th, Tuesday. Week 18. Done. So the sadness ramps up a little bit as the regular season ends. We still do have a lot of football left. Playoffs are great, but it's not 6, 7, 8 games at a time and jumping around and watching commercial-free football for 7 hours with Scott Hansen. Now it's commercial-full football, one game at a time. That's okay. Playoffs going to be great. Saturday, I'll do a rundown of the whole playoff tournament structure, games, predictions, all that. Today, though, my favorite segment, favorite show of the week, my original backseat quarterback. It's where the backseat driver meets the Monday morning quarterback. Backseat driver on Sundays, always yelling at the TV. Always could have done better. What the hell are you doing? Monday morning quarterback look back and say, oh yeah, I was right. What the hell were you doing? You know, this has been pretty much 100% calling outs. All the dumb shit. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try something different today. I have about 1, 2. Try something a little different. I have 3 pages of positive. 3 pages of positive stuff that went on this past Sunday, week 18, as we round out the regular season of the NFL, because this is the Spirit of Sports show. We're talking sports, we're talking life, and we are talking all NFL all the time. I would have brought up the NCAA final, UW, Michigan, but didn't even watch it. I was at work. I taped it. I was going to watch it. I heard the outcome, said, UW just couldn't stop the run. Got bullied. Good luck going to the Big Ten with that and the Ducks. Brawn over speed. I guess that's the deal. But let's get going. I might have like 5 minutes of positive. All the good stuff that I complain about that they don't do on every other week of the season, I'm going to point out some good things that happened in the NFL this week. How about the Jets? How about Breece Hall? I pound the table all year long. Run the ball, set hut, run the ball. It's a snowstorm. Breece Hall, 37 carries, 173 yards, I believe, yeah. Run the ball. 178 yards and a touchdown, 37 carries. Do you think he's tired? Do you think he's that beat up? Any more than when he got 12 carries? You're still blocking. 37 carries, 178 yards. Win the game 17-3. Time of possession 34 minutes to 26. There you go. Recipe to win right there. Run the ball. Don't turn it over. Been saying it all year. New York Jets, Breece Hall, Nathaniel Hackett. If you still have a job, learn, listen, know it, love it, live it. Arthur Smith. I'm going to say this. This is in the negatives, but one positive. Finally got your guys going a little bit. Threw the ball to Bijan. Yeah? Maybe you wouldn't be 7-10 if you gave that guy, 18 touches, 140 yards. I thought this was my positive. Oh, that's my negative. Oh, here's a positive. Okay. Take two. I'm going to go positive for 5-10 minutes. Then we'll get back into all the dumb shit that the NFL is full of. The CIIFL commercials, injuries, idiots, flags. Count them. Pittsburgh Steelers. Last 4 weeks, 50-50 run, pass. Rainstorm Saturday, run. Najee Harris, 69 and 75-yard touchdown drives. Beautiful. Good job. I saw something crazy that I love. The Ravens recovered a fumble, and the guy just handed it to the official and ran off to the sidelines without 20 guys without their helmets coming down to the far end of the field and getting in front of the camera, which they don't call a penalty on. They call every other penalty. But you can have your helmet off and have extra guys on the field and leaving the bench and unsportsmanlike conduct on every interception and fumble. So thank you, Ravens. Love the peanut punch. Don't outlaw that. What a weapon. Peanut Tillman. Just punch the ball. Especially when the guy's being held up. I mean, you got to make the tackle first. But if you got the time, punch the ball. Tackling looked a lot better. A lot of games. I love Pittsburgh's running game scheme. Traps and pulls. Sweeps up the middle. Mix it up. Line play. Telling you, Buffalo, beware. That's one team I do not want to see in the playoffs. I'll take Najee Harris in a first-round fantasy. Yeah, don't want to see Pittsburgh. Don't want to see Buffalo if I'm the AFC. NFL, yay. Good job. Thank you so much. You're doing us such a favor. This is a positive/negative. 6 early games, 7 afternoon games. On week 18, so what? We're supposed to forget all the times that you had 10 early games and only 3 in the afternoon? You know, you can shove your commercials right up our ass during the playoffs. Nobody's watching in the regular season. Just go 50-50. Nobody cares in New York, I don't think, if they're playing at 1 or 4 o'clock. Then, I really love the all 22 from behind the center, behind the quarterback angle, live. Baltimore game, the cameras are really foggy and rainy. Was a good chance you could have gone behind center more. I think they should implement that. I remember Thursday Night Football was doing that. It got a lot of hate. You can see the plays, you can see the holes. I think behind the quarterback with that sky cam, such a better angle than from the sideline. Let's look into that, NFL. First half, Miami ran the ball great. Why didn't they stick with it? That's a positive, negative. There's first page of positive. I think I got 2 more pages. We're just rolling along here. Look at the positive, big smile. Because, I am. It's a whole new Brother Richie. Haven't drank in 2 weeks almost. Working on the meditation, living in abundance. You wouldn't believe it changes your life. Open up your heart to the universe. The universe will give. I love Sam Laporta. I've always considered this. When the tight end cracks down to block and fall down, then get back up and you're in the flat wide open. Great season, Laporta. Rookie record for touchdowns and receptions. And first teammates as rookies have 10 touchdowns each, Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta. Kudos to the Lions. 12-win season, their second ever. The first ever playoff game coming up at Ford Field. First home game in 30 years or something. Or second home game in 30 years. Good job, Tennessee. Stick with the run. Screens, flea flicker, screen pass. Love it. Love a blizzard game. That's fun to watch. I like Ezekiel Elliott said, I always wanted to play in a blizzard, and then I got here. It kind of sucks. That was pretty funny. Atlanta finally using Bijan Robinson. Goodbye, dumbass, Arthur. That guy. Minnesota had a 3rd and 30 and converted on the tight end down the seam. That's pretty impressive. I'm just rolling through. Look how positive. Awesome. Backseat quarterback. Positive version. New Orleans had a 4th and 2. Quick snap on the ball. Short pass, first down. Set hut. Run or pass. Set hut. Don't give the D time to set up. Save every ounce of energy on your offensive line. Get on the ball, set hut. I don't care if it's first down, 3rd, 4th down, short, long, whatever. Set hut. I have a saying. The early bird gets the worm. Just if you're the worm, sleep in. You're a late worm. Okay, that's totally off script. I don't know where it came from. Buffalo had a nice play. Miami went cornerback blitz, hit the guy in the vacant spot. Beautiful. When I see good plays, when I see good coaching, it warms my heart because there's just not enough of it. 2.3 seconds. That's the key, getting the ball out quick. First half, I wouldn't say dominant performance, but they might have been the better team, except for like the 2 end zone picks by Josh Allen and the fumble. But What's Miami doing in the second half? We'll get into that on the negative. Established a run in the first half, 55 yards rushing in the first half. I love this Trent Sherfield tip ball, like a punt up in the air, like a fly ball. Where's the defenders? 2 feet, falling out of bounds, touchdown. Not sure I've ever seen that high of a tip pass. Continue to get the ball out quick. The first half, Tua, running game. Then we'll talk about the second half, the negative. Buffalo, great job on the clock management at the end of the first half. Using your timeouts, getting the ball back, getting in position, even though you didn't score. It's another, every positive seems to have a negative, but we're sticking with the positive. Green Bay in the playoffs. What were they? They were like 3-6. Yeah? Let me check it real quick. Green Bay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they were 3-6. And I remember it might have been Jair Alexander said, you know what? We're going to win out and go to the playoffs. And we're just going, and Jordan Love, we're going, huh. Jordan Love was second in the league in touchdown passes with 32. I think 36. How is only 2 touchdowns a game leads the league? In this era of all the rules are for the offense, defense doesn't hardly stand a chance. Where's the 50-yard touchdown passers? Every year, not even 40 this year. And we're going through 62 quarterbacks. Almost every single team had to start a second quarterback at one time or another in this era. Oh, wait, this is all negative. Sorry. I can't help it. New Orleans piling on. It was kind of funny. I'll take it as a positive. Jameis doing Jameis things. Hey, guys, let's get Jamal a touchdown. He doesn't have one. Yeah, but coach said victory from victory formation, fake, set hut, or victory formation, fullback, dive, on 2, ready, fake. And the very last thing you'll see of Arthur Smith as a head coach ever. And he has a right, but, maybe if you didn't hate fantasy football. Positive. Christian Wilkins, great play. Call it the triple play. The sack, strip fumble, and recovery. Just pulled it, fell out right into his hands on a sack on Josh Allen. His 3rd turnover, that guy. Another positive, Josh Allen with 3, 4, 5 turnovers and still win the game. Have 350 yards passing, 75 yards rushing, 4 or 5 touchdowns. I think that's a perfect stat line. Josh Allen, 22 of 40, 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, 65 yards rushing on 11 attempts, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. And win. Cardinal rule, don't catch a punt inside the 10-yard line. Plant your feet on the 10 if it goes there, unless you're Deontay Hardy. They just go 96 yards. Catch the ball at the 4 on a punt. I'm yelling, no. Yes. Not that I care who won. I actually wanted Miami, but that was pretty nuts. 96-yard punt return touchdown. That's got to be one of the longest in the NFL, not just the Bills. Defense, the punt return and the defense covered up for the Bills. That's what you need. You need your teammates have your back. Josh Allen's scary for the playoffs. I'm taking him in I have a 1-team fantasy. You just pick 1 squad, quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, tight end. And you have them through the whole playoffs. Touchdowns, 100 yards. And the Bills, thank you, Buffalo Bills, for not going prevent D at the end. So had the 4 or 5 man rush, running stunts, tight coverage, no soft zone, no 3-man rush. You get the pick, you end the game. That's how you D it up at the end of the game when you have a lead. And one last, my very favorite positive, kind of funny. They were going for 1,000 yards. He needed 184 yards. The mathematician of the Jets thought he was at 1,000 yards. They took him out 6 yards short. But 37 rushes, 178 yards, and a touchdown. That's winning football. And the fans go crazy. Let's get into the real nuts and bolts of it. Boo! Boo! Flag on the play. 80-yard touchdown. Illegal formation, illegal shift offense. Boo! Let's get into the real backseat quarterback. What do I got? 5 pages. 5 pages and eggs. Yeah. Let's get into that. Just started out, very first drive, run, throw. It's a blizzard. Run the effing ball. And look what happens when you do. 37 rushes, 180 yards, 17-3 victory, control the clock, control the line of scrimmage, win the game. Wee man, get rid of the ball. I needed you, wee man. Back-to-back shutouts. Coach gone. The kind gone. Guy in charge gone. President probably. Sometimes you wish you could just fire the owner. Good luck with that guy that has very much patient man. David Tepper. Good luck with that. You want to go there and coach? I don't know. Baker Mayfield, wake up. 2 games in a row, inconsistent as hell. Missing wide open guys. Great season mostly, but inconsistent. It's got to be better, bro. You won the division. Good for you. Great numbers. Good for you. And attitude, adjustment, way better. Good for you. Got to be better. Third and 4, Carolina. Pitch sweep to Chuba Hubbard for a -4. They can't convert. Third down is a nightmare for Carolina. I'd like to see the numbers. Tampa Bay O-line can't block them, though. Worst team in the league. Baker just hobbling off every series. Pathetic. Carolina sucks. Does Tampa Bay suck? Philly sucks. Cleveland, I don't like going out. Win, lose, or draw, bro. I don't like going out on just getting your ass beat when you sit everybody right before the playoffs. Then the Ravens, they got guys, and the Niners, 3 weeks without a live snap. We'll see how that works out. Hey, receivers and backs, don't run the pass pattern out of bounds. Save a little space. Spatial awareness. Okay? Can't be that hard. Run the pattern, you give yourself a little space. Not be backing up out of the side of the end zone when you catch the ball. This one, Mahomes, whoever, they're running to the sideline, then they reach the ball out. How the hell are you supposed to see exactly where the ball is? Is it when the ball crosses the line or when their foot hits? Where their foot last was inbounds, mark the ball. I don't know. I mean, the officials have it hard enough. Officials have it really hard. I bag on them all the time. Bag on the officials. It's a hard job. I understand. Just got to be better. OMG. Yosebas. Cincinnati. Touchdown pass. He catches it. Has it for half a second. They knock it out of his hands. It's an incomplete pass. They look at it for like 20 seconds. Touchdown. Kick the extra point. I'm just going, wait, what? It's going to be third down, and they go back, and it's 7-0 or 14-0. Of course, all the money was on. You know where all the money was. I don't have it. But I'm going to tell you. Yeah. 69% of the money on Cleveland on the spread. 88% money line. So you can do the math. That thing was absolutely, positively not a touchdown, not a catch, period. Guy barely catches it for half a second, gets punched out. If he was falling to the ground, you got to go to the ground and complete the play. I don't know. Unrealistically fast replay calls. Like this week, week 18, let's speed it up. Couple plays. That one, there's a touchdown call. You know, whether was the ball over or not. Just, kick the extra point. It's the kind of stuff usually they look at for 2-3 minutes. They're looking at for 20, which I love. I wish they do that all the time, but be consistent. Incontrovertible evidence. Where we at? I say you play Flacco a half. I say you had to play Lamar and Brock at least a series. I don't want to go 3 weeks, not even in a uniform, period. No live action, not even put on pads with your game jersey for 3 weeks. Tampa Bay running the ball on a sweep with 17 seconds left in the first half. Then throw a 10-yard slant. Then there's a 0-man pass rush. Carolina rushed 0. Baker dropped back. Then it's almost like he started feeling pressure, rolling out to the right, throws it away. He could have stood in the pocket for 15 seconds. I mean, maybe he couldn't see over his lineman. I don't know. But Carolina, 0-man pass rush. The shorts. Guys have their shit up to here. Up to here. It's like shorts, bro. Up to here. And then they have this little lower thigh pad, and then a small little teeny thigh pad. It's up to here. Put them down to here. It's bugging me. NFL, you're so strict on everything. Maybe it shouldn't bug me. I don't know. I just looks effing weird, bro. Shorts. Not pants, shorts. Cleveland down 24-0 like that. That's where you want to go in the playoffs? What's the final, 31-7 or something? Is that really how we're going into the final, into the playoffs? Is that what we're doing here, Cleveland? 31-14. You're down 24-0. To me, my boy Ronnie Vaca, Boston Ronnie, he was going to put 500 on Cleveland to win the Super Bowl. He said, after that showing, ain't going to happen. I kind of believe him. This makes no sense to me. You play to win the game. You play to win the game. Well, we got third stringer, not PJ Walker. Must be hurt. I don't know. Minnesota on a 4th and 3, run a 2-yard route. 4th and 8, run a 7-yard route. Didn't they lose? Didn't they end their season last year on a 4th and 12 and Cousins threw an 8-yard out? Isn't it common sense that if you need 3 yards, you run 5? If you need 8, you run 10. Buffalo at the end of the half against Miami throws a crossing pattern to the 2-yard line. You can't assume the guy's going to break a tackle. It's got to be in the end zone. It's got to be past the markers. It's got to be past the line of gain. Spatial awareness. This is where your game management coach, full-timer, that's make sure you get past, that's what he tells the coach, tells the quarterback. Clicks in. Tell your receivers, get past 2 yards, a good 2 yards past the line of gain. Make sure they know. Make sure get out of bounds. Make sure get the ball to the official quick. All this stuff that needs small reminders. Jacksonville saying 4th and 6, 3-yard slant. I always wondered this one. Illegal hands to the face. Offense, defense, lineman, whatever. But a stiff arm, if you have the ball, this is legal. Right in your grill. Any other time, penalty. A defender comes in with his helmet, illegal. If you have the ball, you can just spear someone. Why is that? I mean, protect the ball carrier, but doesn't really help the defender. Why do we got to report eligible receiver anyway? If the guy's on the end of the line, it used to be defense figured out. And, it bit him in the ass last week. It's kind of, I call it the boy who cried wolf play. When the whole game, the Lions go number 70, but then they tell like the line judge or some backup official in the pregame meeting, well, we're going to do 70 the whole game, but at the end it's going to be 68. But maybe it doesn't make it to the referee, the head official, or maybe he's just so used to seeing 70. So when 68 comes, he says 70. So it's the boy who cried wolf. Maybe you don't outsmart your own self, trying to outsmart the other guy. Carolina calls back a touchdown on illegal formation. It's just the worst. When the receiver plays a slot and the tight end is playing in the slot and they don't cover the tackle and it's illegal formation and there's a long touchdown, it is just, that's the stuff will rip your head out. Not even your hair. I'm going to rip my head out on shit like that. Happened to Carolina. Then the very next play, sack fumble in a 9-0 game. Haven't scored in 2 weeks. 40-yard touchdown called back because you can't line up right. Doesn't the receiver realize, oh, I'm off the line of scrimmage, so is the tight end. Then the tight end realize, oh, one of us. No. It's just, how does this shit happen? Ever. Mental mistakes kill. Mental mistakes. Illegal formations, illegal shifts, false starts on 4th and inches, offsides, lining up offsides. That was okay. Holding, illegal contact. When the play is going, mistakes happen. When it's a dead ball or pre-snap, it's just unacceptable. Backseat quarterback, Brother Richie. This shit makes my head hurt. I get kind of lightheaded. I got to breathe. Jacksonville had 4 plays to get, they had 3 plays to get 4 yards. 2nd and goal from the 4. So 2nd down, roll out, incomplete pass. 3rd and goal, up the middle, stuffed. 4th and goal, 1.5 yards out. Quarterback with an injured shoulder does the reach out, 0.5 yard short. Inches short, but still. It's good from a 0.5 yard, not 1.5 yards. Figure this shit out. Mike Vrabel fired today. Rivera done. That's 5 head coaches openings. We'll see. 3, 4 more possibly. The teams that are 2 and 12, 2 and 14, 3 and 13, 4 and 12, they play everybody. They don't risk getting hurt, or they risk that the guy might get hurt. They got nothing to play for. But the 11-4 team going to the playoffs, sit everybody, just get blown out. To me, that's just a momentum killer. I'll be surprised to see how Cleveland reacts. And going 2 weeks without a play. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. 4th and 1. Jets out of the shotgun, handoff 7 yards deep. Not a chance. One more 4th and 1 out of shotgun. Just don't get it. Just don't get it. Just don't get it. Then offsides, defensive guys line off offsides every other play. And we'll just call it willy-nilly whenever. I don't know. The guy's lined up for a full 15 seconds as the quarterback's going through the cage. Go, that guy's offsides. Guy's offsides. Guy's offsides. The whole time doesn't back up. No flag. Green Bay end of the first half, terrible clock management. Get a coach. Clock management coach. Game management coach. Going for 2 just still weirds me out. When it works, sure. It's 48% in the middle of the game. I bet it's 25% at the end of the game when you need it. And 2, you're down a point with, let's say there's a minute 10. You're down a point. You go for 2, you make it. That makes the other team be more aggressive. They have to go kick a field goal, which in this day and age isn't that hard. If you kick the extra point, tie the game up, the other team might be a little more conservative. Just take it to overtime. Nothing wrong with overtime. Nothing wrong with field goals. Nothing wrong with extra points, I think. I had a TV screen yeller for sure. Arizona end of the game against Seattle. They're right around their own 30-yard line. There's about a minute left, and they have 1, maybe even 2 timeouts. They're just la-di-da up to the ball, run a slant, run the ball, don't call timeouts. Clock's running. I think it was 3rd down and 10 or so from the 30. 14 seconds left. They just run the ball up the gut, negative 3-yard loss. And they make it they're putting it on their kicker for a 51-yard field goal. Like it's a gimme. From the 30, it's a 47-yard field goal. They're not even trying to get 10 more yards. La-di-da up to the ball, running the clock, no out patterns, not using their timeouts, lose 3 yards, and miss a 51-yard. Why do you go on to put it on your kicker? Even from the 10, go try to score. At least get him into the within 30 yards. Idiots. 2 missed field goals to end the season for Arizona. Not that it mattered. Probably better for draft picks. You don't want to win these games. I don't know. Gotta breathe. I'm going to say this right now. Shame on you, NFL, and F you, Peacock, F you, NFL, F you, NBC. Boycott that game. I don't give a shit. I don't need to see Miami at KC that bad. I'll be at work anyway. But, it's bad enough that Amazon Prime has every Thursday. And I already had Amazon Prime. People didn't. I feel bad. I'm going to say it one time. Fuck you, Peacock. And F you, NFL. You don't have enough effing money. Gambling now you're in on. TV rights. Concessions. Commercials. You don't have enough effing money. got to make us buy a mother effing streaming that we'll never use again. I ain't doing it. F that game. Effing pisses me off. Just about as bad as I live on this small island and they do tree trimming and they cut the grass on the side of the road from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on a weekday. My friend was stuck in traffic for an hour to go 5 miles today. Be better. Can't figure this shit out. Eat a fat one. NFL and the county and the state. You know, get one guy's Peacock account and everybody piggyback on it. Just don't watch this game. Boycott. Bullshit. But we're happy. What did I mention? This is my negative. This is the real backseat quarterback. You might think, what right do I have? Do you have, Richie? What right do you have? I'm watching the game with 2 of my friends. They say the exact same shit. I'm sure everybody across this whole great nation is saying the same shit. I'm just telling it as it is to you. And you know it's bullshit. And you know they could be better and should be better. And you know there's corruption. There's not much we can do about it, except we can sit here and bitch about it. Let them know that we know that we're not dumb shits. Why are they looking at replays on the easy call? This foot's obviously in. Why you got to run over to the blue thing under the hood? Just have the earpiece. Hey, referee, blow the whistle. He was in bounds. Stop the clock at 1:12. Put the ball at the 12. Run the clock on my go. Bill's injury bug is bad. 3 more. They're kind of limping in injury-wise. Injuries. CIIFL. Commercials. Injuries. Idiots. Flags. CNFL. It's sad. You know it's sad, but true. This day of pampered players, and you can't practice. No wonder there's injuries. Preseason, they don't practice hardly at all. I don't like preseason games, but kind of a necessary evil. And they're pulling hamstrings through the first 5 weeks of the games. Ineligible downfield. I never saw that many called in the last 20 years as this year. But then they'll pick it up here and there. Just the more flags you can throw and then realize, okay, I threw this flag. Do we need it? NFL, Vegas. Okay, pick it up. No big deal. Miami at the end of the first half. Like minute left. Less than a minute. 30 seconds left. Drop 8, rush 3, token rush with 3. Easy pass out of bounds, get to the 11-yard line. Bills get 2 more plays, even though they done F that up and threw it in bounds. Just anytime you're rushing 3 and dropping 8, just it's a recipe for disaster. How about promise you'll never do this again? Rush 3 and drop 8. Unless it's like at the 20-yard line and say Hail Mary. Cannot do this shit. This stupid shit like throwing a pass inbounds, like Jacksonville a couple weeks ago at the end of the half, like Buffalo. If the guy's not in the end zone, throw it out of bounds. You cannot complete a pass inbounds. We don't have any timeouts left, and there's 10 seconds. Can't do it, period. Bills beat themselves in the first half and come back and win the game. How are guys on the field after an interception? 15 guys run down, 3 of them without helmets. That's 4 different penalties. Leaving the bench, no helmet on the field play, unsportsmanlike conduct, too many men on the field. I mean, I don't want to be a bummer. Get off my lawn, Ron, as RV is calling himself. You know, score a touchdown, do the row the boat. But how can 3 extra guys come and have 15 guys on the field? if it's early fourth quarter, third quarter, second quarter, even if it's a 12, 15-yard gain and it's a questionable call, you just don't waste your challenges because you're going to lose a timeout if you lose. Even if you win, you only have 2 challenges left. And if you lose, you have 1 challenge left. Oh, I got some news from Raz. Razzle, I'm show. Should I call you back or you want to talk?
You're on your show still?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll call you back in 15 minutes.
Okay. I'll call you when I'm done. Okay.
All right.
Okay. We got an idea. We're talking to a guy. Could be life-changing for people that like burritos. So stay in tune for that. Oh, by the way, had a great date the other night. Thank you. Manifest. I'm going to go make another $500 at work tonight. Everything is up here. Positive. Take the negative from down here into your chest, in your brain. You'll smile. Getting all woo-woo, as Mike from Green Bay said. Miami. Losing every edge rusher you got. And Miami goes long stretches of not looking good. For a brilliant offensive quarterback guy, I mean, they had 55 yards rushing HN at half. You only got 3 carries in the second half. You have the lead. You have the lead and you're dominating the run. What the F are we doing here? I don't understand why it's so hard. Don't fix what ain't broke. You can run the ball every effing play. The Beavers did it. Michigan did it. 20 plus straight runs. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to throw. There's nothing wrong with run the ball every effing play. I'm telling you. Effing stupid. Why? Why do we do these things? I'm going to end it on that, bro. Why? Playoffs. That's the end. Backseat quarterback. I'm done. I'm over it. It's a broken record. It's like I'm talking to myself. But I love it. I do love it. But it's irritating as shit. Maybe you guys figure this out. I wouldn't have to be here. And I wouldn't have a job, though. Okay, love you guys. Playoffs, we'll get into it Saturday. Saturday, high noon. Trying to get my boy Kirby Yates do a show with me on the phone. Major leaguer from the islands. Saw him the other night. I'll be back Saturday, high noon. We'll talk playoffs. Cleveland at Houston. Miami at KC. FU, Peacock, and NFL. Nobody watched that one. Boycott. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Fascinating. Green Bay at Dallas. Historic. Rams at Detroit. Quarterback story. Philly at Tampa. 2 toilet bowl spiral teams. And the Puppet Masters. Watch on. Baltimore and San Fran. Kings of their own fate. Master of their domain. I'll see you guys. Let's head out east. It's been a while. Let's head out east. Say hi to the fellas. Where we at? Been a pleasure talking to you all again. All what? Oh, 112 of you watching today. Thanks. I'm up to almost 10,000 subscribers minus 9,900. I broke 100. It's coming. Slow process. Grassroots, baby. I love you all. And talk to you Saturday. Aloha.